guys, how's it going?
Pretty
All
good.
right. Hi, Serena.
Peter, when I first went into this, I thought I knew what this film was going to be about, and it was completely not what I thought. When you first read the script, what did you think, and had that changed by the time you finished it?
Well, I knew about the events. Uh, I think what was unusual was the point of view. So did you know the events of that
I
day?
knew the events that had happened
But it's
tragically,
still,
but
it's
not
still,
the way it was told.
yeah. I mean, that's the thing, and I was pleasantly surprised when I read it. I really thought that they were onto something.
Yeah. Ben, when you get this role, how does prepping for a film that is based on true and tragic events differ from prepping for a totally fictional role?
It's not as different. I think it would depend on what non-fiction, what real person you were playing.
Yeah.
I hate to say that, it sounds sort of dismissive of a human being, but I just mean it in terms of if you're playing, I don't know, Winston Churchill, right?
I was going to say.
Well, right, there's going to be a different level of prep because there's a different level of recognition, etc.
Let's see it.
Nom, nom, nom.
It's very good. He's just starting out.
Yeah. It's like,
Might need a bit more time.
We do that as well, which for victory, which always confused.
Yeah.
Is Winston Churchill telling me to F off?
He's not in this film though.
Yeah. I didn't have very long, so that was,
Yeah.
it wasn't a lot of choice in that. But in terms of preparation, the actual nature of the story, it being tragic, that doesn't make any difference. It's really it's who the person you're playing is, what their skill set is, what their sort of, you're looking for a hook into a person. A defining hook, and sometimes that's the screenplay, and in this case it was very strong, distinct voice, so that work was done for you. You were just looking for evidence that reinforced the screenplay's account of him, if you see what I mean. And nothing differed in this case, so it was very helpful.
You're also looking at people under pressure, and I think when the situation is so all-consuming in this movie. We don't get into what their favorite flavor of ice cream is, how many children they have, whether they work out every day. Like these sort of things that might wind up in another movie are not as present here because the stakes are so high the entire time.
I think that was very deliberate. Well, it's very deliberate of Tim. It's also quite brave of him. And amazing
to not go into backstory.
Yeah, not doing any backstory, but also quite amazing of us to provide such depth.
It was pretty amazing of us, yes.
Even though you're saying that, and I totally get it, it was focused on one story told from a particular viewpoint, but I found interesting threads going through it as well. Like when Roone turns around, he leaves the office and he goes, "Do not disturb me until 10 o'clock. I need to spend time with my family." And it got me thinking about work-life balance, and any industry, doesn't matter what you're in, finding that work-life balance is really tough. How do the two of you juggle it? How do the two of you do it?
I have no family.
You have friends. You have a life. You have
I don't really
life.
have one, and I sort of almost, maybe, I don't know to what degree I'm just not fit for it, not fit for family, or to what degree I thought this job doesn't really suit it. I don't know how much.
You were really into September vacations and weren't willing to let go of them.
A total commitment for. I don't know. I mean, of course I have family. I do actually, but it's very, very difficult because our job. It's very difficult to explain to somebody. Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm not coming to your wedding because I'm making a film about people who make pastry. You know what I mean? It's not. And yet it's that serious when we're doing it. We're not allowed to, because it's so expensive to do. We're not allowed to go anywhere else.
My answer is I have no idea how I do it. It seems like we've just gotten lucky for a long time. There have been some conflicts where I would have liked to have done a film that I didn't do, but then in the end, it seemed like the right thing anyway.
Does it help when your family is in the business? And I have to ask you about The Bride because it stars our very own Jessie Buckley, Peter.
Oh, yeah.
Does that help? And what, I know you probably can't tell me much, but what can you tell us about The Bride and working with Jesse and with Maggie again?
Well, what can I tell you about The Bride? The Bride is just a huge, epic love story. I mean, at its core, that's really what it is. And it's a complicated one, obviously, since her name is The Bride. And Jesse is, I would say, you know, like the Jimi Hendrix of acting. You know, the rest of us play the guitar like this, and she does it with her teeth with the thing on fire. So she just seems like a different type of actor altogether to me. Really, really virtuosic in the movie. I think a lot of people will recognize that. And yeah, I mean, when Maggie's been doing, I haven't acted in the last, I've only acted in her movie in the last year and a half. So you're talking about work-life balance, you know, when your partner sets out to do something as massive as that, I actually rather enjoy what my role becomes.
Well, do you know what? Can't wait for that. But in the meantime, September 5 in cinemas now. Such a lovely time chatting to the two of you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.